Oh yeah, yeah, very impressive run. Can he go all the way? Is it possible, or can Classic make his claim as well? You know, he's a veteran in his own right. We'll see who it's going to be here as spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. Oh my god, I forgot about this. We have...
Yes.
We have the South Korean Protoss player representing Team NV. The red Protoss also representing his waifus. It is NightMare.
I can't believe they didn't pick a new picture for this week.
I know.
And spawning in the top right, the veteran, the guy that made Blink DTs a thing all those years ago. It is Alpha X's Classic.
Aye. Well, to be fair, last time it was Creator, I believe. We were casting Creator with that.
True.
Yeah. God. Maybe he's the one who's changing it, so because he's not here, they weren't able to change it.
Exactly. Yep. I can see it.
Oh, God.
Wow, very, very interesting so far. Wait. Classic's not mining any gas. Oh, now he is. That was very, very odd. I think the gas timings were slightly different for both players, but they actually have the same amount of gas now. So just a little bit... I guess they both have their own openings that end up at the same point.
Maybe a stylistic thing there for our players. As and we've seen this before, right? Where we have NightMare mining from initially 3-on-1 and then 2-on-1 from
Yeah, exactly.
Classic. Yeah.
This is how Hero opened, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, just the small variations that actually lead to about the same point, but I actually think that Classic just has more money here. As you can see, he's up 50 minerals, just because his early game, I think, was a bit tighter.
Yeah. Just a little bit there, just a little bit. Also, an interesting thing to note, and again, like, this is kind of Korean PvP meta. Despite us being on a larger map, no one has decided to pull a max packs and throw down a wall on the low ground or anything like that, go for an economic opener. Instead, much more aggressive from Classic, as he is starting off with 2 of these adepts.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many Protosses in the world are actually able to pull off the low ground wall on these maps without the ramps. I think it's only max packs at this point.
Yeah.
He seems to be the one that's tested all the situations.
Oh boy. And we'll see if Classic can get some damage done. Obviously, looking to try and get in, maybe get some worker kills, maybe even try and snipe this sentry that's hiding here on top of the ramp.
Yeah, very interesting build. Classic actually going for a Stargate at home. It's quite curious, as looks like he might go for an Oracle, but we'll see the Adepts shade in now. NightMare is in position with a probe, and he'll see the Adepts with the Stalker, so
yeah,
he should just be able to wall off here and be fine.
More than enough time here to be prepared for that initial Adept, so the Adepts don't really do any damage at all, and NightMare is even trying to chase them down with this Stalker. I don't know if he's going to be able to get this Adept. Nah, the shade should finish. They to escape.
Yeah, and the hallucination actually sees the third and fourth Adepts coming through the middle, so he should know. Yeah, he drops the shield battery. He knows that it's going to be a Stargate, because what build opens 4 Adepts other than Stargate?
Yeah. And already one of the Adepts getting picked off. The second up. Oh, barely doesn't.
3 Adepts. Oh, the sentry. Ooh, almost. The sentry was almost caught outside the wall, but he will be able to move him back and make the shield battery, so he'll be okay.
Sentries are good, Sentries are safe for the time being, because that Oracle is about to rock up, and there is a world where maybe NightMare, instead of going for workers, just dives in on top of those Sentries with that Oracle.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like you have to give the advantage to NightMare at this point. I mean, his Nexus was a bit faster, he didn't commit to the Stargate tech, and like, NightMare had the scout on the Stargate. Often the power of the Oracle is that it's at a proxied Stargate where there's going to be no shield battery in the main, but since that's here, we're going to have to wait for the 2 Oracle timing, so... Is Classic just going to dive on the sentries, or is he going to go for the workers? That's what I'm worried about right now.
He can get both, mate. NightMare is completely out of position. His Stalkers are not where they need to be, and with 2 Oracles, mate, he can make short work of these sentries.
Yeah, all the sentries are going to go down. Oh, that's huge damage already, and he hasn't even lost anything yet.
Exactly. Only Adepts, and Adepts are negligible, and they actually get into the main base. Only 1 Adept, so workers aren't going to go down, but he does get a scout off, does confirm everything in here.
Yeah, NightMare actually had 2 Stalkers in the main base because he thought the Oracles might come from that direction, so he was super out of position. All 5 Stalkers were not where they needed to be.
Yeah. Feels bad, man. And the problem is that these 2 Oracles are still alive. They have plenty of HP at any moment. They can dive back in. So NightMare has to be fully aware of that. He has to keep some supply at home when he doesn't really want to because he's getting a proxy pylon across the map.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going for a blink timing because his blink is done a much faster Twilight, of course, since he didn't commit to the Stargate, so we'll see if he commits in, and I'm not sure if Classic... Well, he's got a lot of Stalkers. Oh!
Oh, Classic being a little bit careless there with his Oracle control. One of them gets sniped, and now suddenly that's a massive weight off the shoulders of NightMare. Now he can, focus a little bit more on this proxy, on that timing.
Yeah, and the Oracle was trapped, but it will be free to run now. I'm interested what NightMare's plan here is. It looks like he's not going to commit to the timing, maybe, as he starts a Robo at home, but the option is still there since there is the proxy gateway.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. The Stalkers are moving out across the map. He only leaves 2 Stalkers back at home, back at that natural base. And there we go. He is even reinforcing across the map. Classic does get his 3rd up. He does have a shield battery, but, only Stalkers. Oh, but Blink is going to finish for Classic.
Yeah, and he's lost his timing, and I'm not sure if NightMare should have just made a shield battery here because he knows only 1 Oracle left. I guess there could be a second coming, but he could have had these extra 2 Stalkers with the fight. He does have more units here, so he blinks on the Stalkers, and he's actually going to start one-shotting them. But great blink micro from Classic actually dodges a shot, and the shield battery is going to be here, but he's still one-shotting Stalkers.
Yeah, exactly. He does have enough Stalkers to take them out, but boys are being pulled, and Classic, he's buying a little bit of time here. Enough time for a shield battery for his Nexus to finish, and maybe even get enough energy for an overcharge.
Yeah, right now it's 15 Stalkers to 7. None of the Stalkers are at home anymore, so NightMare's got a huge numbers advantage. He just needs to kill Classic right here, right now, because there is no 3rd base for NightMare, but he jumps on the units and they're away from the shield battery.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, the shield battery is coming into play, but it's already out of energy. Is this going to be enough? Overcharges pop, but it doesn't even matter. We have enough to just burst down these Stalkers. Oh.
Yeah, and looks like the Stalker count is starting to even up, and Classic's Immortal's about to finish. I'm worried that NightMare's not going to be able to break him here.
Yeah, I don't think he can either, especially with the completion of that Immortal. I mean, NightMare, he's still reinforcing as best he can. He's still pretty much all in with this. Oh, God.
Oh, but the 2 Adepts are going to go in the main. That's actually huge. There's no units here for Classic. He's going to have to pull his workers. And we'll see if he can micro the Adepts while pressuring the front with the Stalkers, as the unit counts are starting to even up on both sides.
Yeah, probes are falling left and right. The main army dives on top of the Immortal. The Immortal, it doesn't have the support of the shield batteries.
Wow, that's a huge pickoff as the amazing blink micro from Classic. He sees which Stalker the other Stalkers are targeting and blinks it before it gets hit. So a lot of damage wasted just from the blinks alone, and it looks like NightMare's going to start to get cleaned up.
Yeah, he just barely doesn't have enough. Classic is reinforcing. The Adepts were cleaned up earlier as well, and even though he was able to snipe that Immortal, it just isn't going to be enough. And the longer this game goes on, the better it is for Classic. Like, he's mining on 3 bases.
Yeah, I mean, right now there's a timing before the Immortal's out where NightMare has a small Stalker lead, so we'll see if he can use it. I feel like he could probably blink right now and just pull the trigger. He doesn't know if when the other Immortal's going to come out, though. He's just waiting for another Adept warp in.
Yeah, exactly. He's hoping to try and distract the army and get some damage done economically to try to get ahead that way. He's going to dive with the Immortal. Up. Okay, he triggers a shield.
Yeah, the Adepts get blocked off from the main. They're just going to kill 1 probe and go into the natural, as Classic's going to have to split off 4 Stalkers to stop this, so this might give a window to NightMare, but the Immortal's going to get focused down again. The shield battery is overcharged, but wow, amazing. This blink micro from Classic has been amazing. Every time a Stalker gets targeted, right before the shots hit it, he blinks it, so it's almost wasted damage.
Yeah, the micro is just too damn good here for Classic. He may be old, but he's still got it. He's still got those reflexes working well, and NightMare, he actually throws down a 3rd base behind this.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's mining so much less at this point. Like, Classic's got an entire base saturated. The Adepts get into the main again, though, so he's going to start to pull off workers, and he's going to dive at the front again. I feel like he might have the Stalker advantage here, but he's going to get pushed back as the shield batteries start to come into play.
Yeah, the blink micro, the shield batteries, is just too good here. The defenses are too strong. I mean, NightMare, he's still forced to deal some damage and keep him busy. Maybe there's a world where he can snipe another Immortal, but oh god, that Stalker count from Classic, now it's rivaling that of NightMare.
Yeah, Classic ahead in the Stalker count and with an Immortal. There's going to be, I think the window for damage for NightMare has passed.
Yeah, exactly. And pretty soon, I'm sure once Classic has enough Immortals, he's going to be feeling confident enough to move out. He's going to be able to shut down this proxy. Even has +1 on the way. I don't know how NightMare comes back from this.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, it's only DTs and hope that your opponent didn't make an observer, but as we see, we just going into a more normal setup from NightMare. He's adding an extra gateway, making some sentries, so looks like he's going to try and play a normal game, but down an upgrade and down 2 Immortals, it's going to be really tough.
Yeah, exactly. Nigh impossible. The only way to do so is maybe if you're able to catch your opponent at a position, maybe like get into a base, snipe a couple of workers, recall back out. Like there are some moves that NightMare can do, but again, it's just so difficult to pull it off. He's gonna try though.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has enough Stalkers at this point to one-shot an Immortal, maybe? I think that the Hardened Shield gets activated as soon as the shots hit, though, so I don't think you can kill it before the shield activates, so you need a ton of Stalkers to one-shot an Immortal.
Yeah, you really do. Meanwhile, outside of the map, oh god, more Adepts actually rocked up as well. NightMare has been losing a couple too many of these workers. He's trying to distract Classic's army, but he just doesn't find a way in.
Yeah, Classic on top of the defense on both sides. He takes a 4th base even.
Ugh. Oh god. NightMare, he's making a War Prism, so again, maybe gonna try and go for a Hail Mary play, maybe gonna try and break into the main base or something. But Classic has just been so active on the map, he's been so on point of following this army. Again, he sees it all.
Yeah, and now that Charge is out, the fancy blink moves where you maybe blink in and target down a unit and come out, they're just not going to work anymore because the Charge is also going to get on everything and do tons of damage with +1 as Classic goes for a big wraparound on NightMare's army.
Oh my god, exactly. Meanwhile, NightMare is going to be able to snipe one of those Immortals, but he's going to lose his own as well. Up!
Oh, great micro on the Immortal. It's starting to do a lot of damage, but there's so much here for Classic.
Oh god, exactly. The War Prism gets sniped, the Immortal gets sniped as well, and in come the reinforcements. The Charge Lots, the Immortals, is just too much here. Classic just shuts this down. GG gets called, and Classic will take down the Zest Killer, and Classic will be our second finalist.
The damn camera fell down again. Why does it always do this?
Oh my god. Look, I know you're a NightMare fan, okay? You calm down.
I really wanted him to win, Light. I can't believe it.
Oh god. You're like my fellow weeb. Oh.
SMH.
SMH. My head, as we have our finalists confirmed here. This time, the grand finals will be a best of 5, not a best of 3. So we will have at least 3 games ahead of us.